Hello, good afternoon. I am here, Read with Carylee, for this Zems Takeover. I am so glad to be here today. It is Juneteenth for everyone celebrating. Happy Juneteenth. And for the first time, this has been declared a federal holiday. So happy Juneteenth for all who are celebrating, for all who, I know everybody's celebrating in different ways. So I'm just so glad to be here today. And I know tomorrow is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers who are holding it down, who are there for your kids, who work tirelessly, sometimes, without thanks. So happy Father's Day. And to all those father figures out there who step up in place of some. But thank you so much for all you do, and happy Father's Day. So, yes, I am here for another Zen's Takeover. And this is yes, I haven't been here since last month. We do this on a monthly basis. I am here every third Saturday, and I have a lot going on. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to share with you. So, first, of course, every Saturday we debut another great author on the Read with Carylee podcast and Read with Carylee on YouTube. You can see scrolling along on the ticker the link to my YouTube, youtube.com / the Read with Carylee show. And for those who need to, actually, I think all of you need to connect with me on social media. It is at Read with Carylee on every platform that I am on. I am currently on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Yeah, I have some TikToks and some dances and everything going on. So I hope that you can really connect with me and be able to share in what I do. So what is it that I do? I am first and foremost a mom of two amazing boys, and they would be up here coming to say hi, but they are sucked into one of their favorite shows right now, Ninjago. Parents, do you relate? You have your kids that are on Ninjago. Thankfully, they are my children, so they are reading during the week. They are on summer break already. We've gotten through 1 week of summer vacation, and they have both read a book a day. Now, it goes faster for my 6-year-old, but my 9-year-old, he is into Shakespeare right now. And I'm so thankful that I received a pack of Shakespeare books from my mother years ago, and they are for kids, and he goes through a book of the Shakespeare books per day. So he will be ready for junior high school and high school. I'm so grateful for that. And my 6-year-old, he is now reading Clifford, the Big Red Dog, and getting into that series. So yeah, we're all about reading here, which brings me to what I do. I am a children's author. I am the author of 2 books. I don't have my books right next to me today. I have my first book, Everyone Just Like Me, which was inspired by my 9-year-old. And my second book, Pretty Hair, which was basically, it started out being a love letter to African-American children, African-American girls, to love their hair. But it turned out being so much more. And I'm so glad it's an inclusive book. Both my books are about inclusiveness and about embracing differences and the difference, your difference and the differences of others, which I believe if we teach our children that, that will help them to have a greater outlook on life and create a better world for all of us. You know, we're all going to get old, and we don't want, our world to be run by, spoiled children who don't like each other. So let us create that unity and that bond. And I am also an author, a children's literature advocate. I advocate for diversity in children's literature. Now, you may ask, what do you mean by diversity in children's literature? Well, um, if you have looked at some of the classic books, there are a lot of books that do not feature children that we see in our day-to-day lives. They may have more children of a lighter melanin, as I like to call it. But I advocate for books that have a wide spectrum from the lightest shade of melanin all the way down to, oh, no, all the way over to the darkest shade of melanin. So I really advocate for that, and diversity with children with different abilities. You might have children that are in wheelchairs, have limb differences, have been diagnosed with autism, dyslexia. We all need to help those children to feel included in our society. And I believe that starts from children's books and being able to prepare them for the world with the children's books that we allow them to have. If children see themselves in books, it helps them to uh, have a greater positive body positivity, mental focus, and a better foundation for them as children. I believe that, with us not having that outsource, that outlet for a lot of our children, that is why we have a lot of mental health issues, because, in especially my generation, I know that if children, had a different skin pigmentation, or, uh, they weren't born with the I wouldn't even say normal, but different limbs. And if they were, not born the way that people believe are normal, that they would be looked upon as something being wrong with them. There is nothing wrong with them. And, as I say, and as I live, I am a Bible toting Christian. So, first and foremost, so I believe that God created us all the way that we should be. And even if, you have, like, there are some unique differences that we have, like different eye colors, hair color, skin color, different body parts, different things that we are all created with and we came out of our mother's wombs with. And I believe that if we teach our children that there's nothing wrong with them, it's just that they're different and they're special and they're unique, that this would create a more inclusive world. We need to get rid of the stigma that there are things wrong with people as they were born. Okay, so I'm going to get off my soapbox for that one, but that is a passion of mine. And I am also the host of Read with Carylee, as I have on my shirt as well. I bring authors from all over the world to come and read their children's books on my show, and we have a great time. I interview the authors, they read their books, they tell us what inspired them to write their books. And that is released every week. Since the inception in November 2019, we have not missed a beat. We have not missed a week. We have had a new story every week. We have curated over, I think now, well, honestly, I just wrapped my last recording for season 2. So that means right now I have in my, I would say, my book bank 104 stories. That is amazing. 104 stories, and we have now released about maybe close to about 90 that have been aired on the Read with Carylee YouTube, and you can find the Read with Carylee show on the ticker that's scrolling along. It has the link for my YouTube, or you can just go to YouTube and search Carylee. I'm the only one. Yeah. So I thank you for having me here and being able to chat with you. So what are the other things that I do with Read with Carylee? Well, I have a major project coming up, which involves me coming out of my studio. This has been my home for the past year through this pandemic. But you know what? I want to get out again. Read with Carylee actually started in a small coffee shop. Well, not really a small coffee shop, but in a coffee shop here in Manassas, Virginia. And we recorded the shows in front of a live studio audience of children. Now, since the pandemic in March, our last recording at that coffee shop was March 2000 and yes, 2020. That was our last recording there. And since then, I've been home and I've been able to create a nice little studio. I have my little cozy book nook, but it's time to get back out. I want to be more interactive with your children. If you are watching here in Prince William County, your child could actually be able to be a part of our audience. And I will have more information about that the next Zems takeover. So we are right now, we have been given the opportunity or asked to create a pilot to be presented to some major networks. One of those are Netflix. So I'm very excited about that. Right now I have a fundraiser, a Kickstarter actually. And if you go to any of my social media platforms, you'll be able to get the link to that Kickstarter. It's definitely on Instagram and on my Facebook. But yes, so I am in the process of having a Kickstarter. It ends in exactly 11 days. So we just have a few more days, less than 2 weeks to raise the funds. And right now we are 54% funded, which we still have a ways to go, but I believe that we will be able to hit our goal and be able to have this Kickstarter funded for the pilot to be made later this year. And it will be filmed right here in Prince William County. And it will open up a lot of opportunities for our Prince William County kids and families. So that is the big project that I'm working on right now. Now, also next weekend, you can join me, and I have in the ticker the bit.ly code there for you to just go onto bit.ly /RWC book party. And that is my end of the school year summer book party. I'm going to have 5 authors from all around the world. This is the first time for our virtual event that we are having international authors. We are having an author from Perth, Australia. Australia, and from London, UK. So I am so excited about that. And we have two other authors from the West Coast in California, and we have our own right here in Prince William County, Rochelle Jones Smith, who will be reading her latest book. Um, and so just come on, it is free, and we're going to be having prizes and giveaways. We have jam packed prize boxes with different treats, toys, books that have been donated by generous donors, and one that I will be going and visiting just right after I finish this podcast. I will be going over to Woodbridge to the popcorn bag and to get some goodies for our prize box. So you want to definitely sign your kids up. You can go to the link, the bit.ly link, and sign up and just join us on next Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And come on, win prizes. The prizes are free. Everything is free. We're giving it out to you guys. So get your kids involved, get them excited about reading, get them to meet some great authors, and we will just have a great time. So I think I'm halfway through my time, and I've basically just been doing announcements. So I am so glad, like I said, I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad to share with you. As I said before, Read with Carylee is all about diversity and promoting not just diverse authors, but self-published authors that, they are going and taking the risk and stepping out on their own to be able to bring our children substantive content, being able to have our children read books with characters that look like them. Last week we had Jessica Parham, and she wrote the Good to Be Me book. And I believe I have it around here, but I'm not going to try to find it right now. But her book was just about children of different, like, the differences were so vast. She had children in wheelchairs, children with limb differences, children with different pigmentation. I so loved that book because it gave children a chance to really see themselves. I don't know too many children's books that have characters that are in wheelchairs, or characters that have different pigmentation. And we may call that discoloration, but that is assuming that that's something bad. And, I really feel that we need to teach our children that who they are and how they are, being different, special, and unique, really is, it's a good thing, and it's not a bad thing. And we've been taught for too long that, things are bad, but we definitely need to change that stigma. And today we have Amy's Travels by author Catherine Stark, and she is from the Richmond, Virginia area. And this book is about a little girl who, had to travel a lot when she was younger. It's actually based on a true story. So you can go and check that out right now. Well, not right now, but after this broadcast at youtube.com/The Read with Carylee Show. I am just so excited about everything. So I want to share with you a little friend of mine. This is Miss Bookie, and do you see the resemblance? I was able to have Miss Bookie created, and we even have our shoes. I'm gonna try not to. Yeah, there we go. I have my Chucks. She has her Chucks. And Miss Bookie has become a part of the Read with Carylee family. We even had a contest to name her on Instagram. So I'm so glad, I'm so thankful for all of you that did participate. And Miss Bookie is going to be a fixture on our new Read with Carolee show. Um, and like I said, I just wrapped season 2 of Read with Carolee. I'm going to just put her on her little seat here. And so I'm not even taking the summer off. I'm taking the summer to come out to you all. I do have several events that I will be featured at. I will be doing at least one of the farmers markets and in Old Town Manassas this summer. I will be doing the 4th of July. I will be at the 4th of July celebration. I was recently at the Manassas Railway Festival, and I do have so many more things coming up. I'm revamping my website right now to be able to add all those events, but we will have those shortly so that you'll be able to find me wherever I will be, up and down Virginia. I'll be mostly in Northern Virginia, but when I get the chance, I will be able to come out and even go to Richmond. I know there's a lot of events that I've been invited to in Richmond, and I can't wait to come and celebrate with you all. So I do have a lot of different things. I'm sorry, my tutu is just popping up. It just wants to be a part of the party. It makes me happy. But yes, so I do have a lot of things going on as well. One thing that I actually just launched yesterday was my series on girl bosses, celebrating the female entrepreneur. I have been motivated by so many women. So many women have come up, and especially during this pandemic, and they're really just showcasing their talent and taking their life, back and saying, okay, I've got something that I need to promote or sell, or even trying to make more time for their family and for their children. And they have taken the way of entrepreneurship. And I've been so inspired by a lot of these women, and I chat with them on a daily basis. So I thought, why not have something with an open chat so that other women and even some other men too can tap into their entrepreneurial spirit. Because as an entrepreneur, I know how hard it is to be able to get over your fear sometimes and jump. That's one thing that I did when I realized that I did not want to spend the rest of my life in corporate America. And that I knew that there was more. There was more than, me going into an office every day and, working with people and working for other people and, sometimes not feeling fulfilled. And I became a children's author. I started this wonderful program, Read with Carylee, and I'm going to tell you, it makes me so happy every time I put on this tutu. It makes me so happy. I know a lot of people, they'll be like, oh my gosh, do you wear a tutu everywhere? I don't. But if I could, I would. If I could wear a tutu and just parade around this town, if I could wear a tutu to my day job. Thankfully, my day job is at home right now, so I can actually wear a tutu if I wanted to. But if I wanted to wear a tutu in my office and just be me, be my creative self, I would possibly have some dress code restrictions that would possibly be put on me. Now I can just be free to be me. And that, it basically just takes you back all around to the message of Read with Carylee. Being free to be you, embracing your difference and the difference of others, and really trying to make this world a better place for our children. So you can definitely catch me, like I said, on all my social media at Read with Carylee. Go to my YouTube, youtube.com/The Read with Carylee Show. Register for our summer book party, and you see the link there, bit.ly/RWC book party. And you can also, if you please consider donating or pledging to my Kickstarter to make sure that we have a more interactive Read with Carylee, and so that we can get to children all around all over the United States and all over the world. You know, word of mouth is great, but being able to be on a network so that this love of reading can be spread. I know a lot of people have compared Read with Carylee to Reading Rainbow. And yes, Read with Carylee is was inspired by Reading Rainbow, but the reimagined Read It with Carylee, which I am putting this pilot out for, it's going to be even more. It's going to be more interactive. We're going to have kids. We're going to come back. We're going to be in a different setting. It's going to be wonderful. I can't wait to share the concept of the reimagined Read with Carylee that we are putting out this Kickstarter for. I think you can go to Kickstarter and search Read with Carylee pilot, or again, you could possibly just put in my name, Carylee, and I will pop right up. Or you can go to any of my social media and you'll be able to find the link as well there. And if you follow me on Instagram, the link is definitely there. The link is in my bio. So please consider supporting. Please support our authors. Please support our children to read. Reading is the bedrock of any learning. You can learn math, you can learn spelling, you can learn whatever it is, but it all starts with reading. You can't solve a problem, not even a math equation, without knowing how to read. So please continue to support. And as I say, as always, grab a book and read. I will see you next month on another Zem's Takeover. Until then, it's Reading with Carylee.